Takomo. Brian Bros, sponsoring a bunch of YouTubers. That's a brand that I could see if Grant moved to. I can't see him leaving TaylorMade. I can't really see a world where he completely leaves TaylorMade, but maybe like, I don't know, some sort of hybrid thing. But the ownership thing is something I could see him maybe somehow getting similar to what he did with Primo, but with a brand like Takomo or someone up and coming in the space, someone that, I mean, TaylorMade's not going to give him ownership title. He's not that big, nowhere close to that big. But like one of these maybe up and coming more YouTube golf influence brands, because it's like Grant's not really as crazy as I need to get some sort of award for this type of cadence. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all the things. Flip over the screen. I called a lot of things that have happened recently. I called the match series dead on. Traveling down Florida on the coast, that's great. Patting my own back. I called a 2v2 series with Phil. So 2 for 2 coming up. This one I thought was like maybe a bit of a shot in the dark. Look right there. I should get some sort of award for calling these things recently. Grant Horvat this morning announced, thank you Takomo, his signature announcement photo, black. He just does this, black background. He's done this a couple times now. He did it with Primo when he was an owner of Primo. Here's a statement. And by the way, let's just take a quick second to acknowledge the fact that Grant Horvat has now reached statement level on Instagram. You guys know when Tiger Woods announces that he's had a surgery, this is how he does it. Grant Horvat is now Tiger Woods, and he announces Tiger Woods. It's kind of funny to me. Anyways, I love you, Grant. Let's go. Grant Horvat, I could never have imagined when I started my YouTube golf journey that it would lead me to this moment. It's with immense gratitude and excitement I share some incredible news. I am officially an owner of Takomo Golf. Being an owner of a golf company has always been a dream of mine. Really? That's interesting. Anyway, and today that dream becomes a reality. Golf has given me so much in my life, and Takomo's mission aligns perfectly with my passion to grow the game. Kudos. That's one thing I will say I like about Takomo. I've used their clubs in the past, but what I like most about them is the fact that they are literally half the price of everything else and still really good quality. You know, personally, I think the forged ones, I don't know if they're all forged, but I'm talking about, I've used the CBs and MBs. I really like those. I feel like there's almost no difference between like another brand's blade or cavity back and their blade or cavity back. But the other ones I feel like are lacking gently. I think maybe because those ones up top would have more tech, and maybe TaylorMade and those brands that are more expensive have a bit more tech. That's just my personal opinion. The like 101s, 101Ts, all that. They didn't have the same feel as what I felt with like a P770 or a P790. That's just my opinion. But the CBs and MBs, if you're, you know, a lower handicap player and you can use those clubs, they're sick. And the fact that they're half the price is amazing. But again, if you're just starting out in golf and you want a brand new set of golf clubs, I couldn't recommend I would tell everyone to buy their 201s or their 301s or whatever, or the 101s or whatever, because half the price, it's worth it. Anyways, I started with thrift store clubs, so I would have happily started with Takomo's. Takomo stands out for its mission commitment to deliver tool quality equipment while keeping golf accessible and inclusive, empowering people to not only enter the game, but also grow and thrive within it. This will be something that will be like key to see if Takomo keeps up. Because if Takomo starts charging other brand prices, they lose everything, in my opinion. The thing they have going for them is they make good quality stuff, but the reason why it stands out, in my opinion, is because it's half the price of everything else. I'm still a TaylorMade athlete and will be playing the drivers, woods, and ball. I'm excited to continue working with their incredible team of players. This is another Grant Horvat, this Tiger Woods thing. The split bag. He literally is like, he's a pro golfer, man. Like no other YouTube golfer could negotiate a contract with a split bag. A brand would want everything. But he's going to have a split bag. He's still going to be playing this. You know, I'm sure a lot of the pitch of why he wants to do this, especially to Takomo, was like, hey, I want to be able to keep creating content. It's best for me to be able to still film with their athletes. It grows my brand, which will grow our brand if I can keep doing this. I mean, I think it's also the fact that he's now an owner of the company. He's not just sponsored by them, so he maybe has more flexibility to make those decisions. But it obviously is like, you know, and I'm going to speak for myself here. I'm not going to speak for Grant. I would play the Takomo irons for sure, like the CBs or MBs. I don't think there's a world where I would play the woods. I haven't tried them yet, but I've seen stuff on them, and I think that's a harder thing to get to. That takes more time, that's more technology, whatever. A really good quality forged iron maybe is a little less. So I'm not speaking for Grant here at all. I'm just saying, you know, trying to compete in the game of golf, I don't think I'd be switching away from like a TaylorMade, Titleist, or Callaway wood driver anytime soon. So it's nothing against Takomo. It's just I trust those brands, but it just could be me biased. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Anyways, next slide. None of this would be possible without you. Your support through every high and low has made this journey possible. Whether you've watched a video, left a comment, or cheered me on, you've played a part in this milestone. I often pinch myself reflecting on the life the Lord has blessed me with. I am deeply humbled and grateful. This is just the beginning. I can't wait to see what the future holds. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Got hot. That's what this says. Got, G-O-T, hot. Got hot. He got hot. Glow up. Anyways, big news. Big news. Called by your boy. That's fine. I'm not here to pat myself on the back or anything. This is a very cool announcement for Grant. I think just this and the Primo thing, it's like, it's good moves for him. It allows him to have options if he wants to stop making YouTube videos one day, which he's definitely going to reach a point where he wants to stop making YouTube videos. He's using the immense amount of clout he has right now in notoriety and influence to not just sign these like timeline apparel deals or timeline club deals. Timeline just mean like 2-3 years, whatever. He's an owner. As long as the company's alive, he's gonna be alive. I'm sure there's no real way for him to get ousted. I don't think neither of these are public companies with boards. Like he's just an owner. So, you know, I think this sets him up. Like, let's say, for example, Takomo just has massive success in the future and they do become a public company. I mean, he has an exit. He could literally sell his share for potentially a ton of money and retire, and that's great. So it's just, it gives him options, and this is something that I think most people who understand the creator economy would be very proud of him for. I'm very proud of him for. I think it's really cool, taking a lot of opportunity. Oh look, it says in his bio right there, Takomo golf owner. That's interesting. From TaylorMade's perspective, there's no way TaylorMade would give him ownership, I wouldn't think, or be like, no, there's no way TaylorMade would give him ownership. It's just very different. I said that in my video. It's like, it would have to be like a YouTube golf created brand for this to make sense. So Takomo, it makes a ton of sense. And I think biggest announcement. Is there anything new here? At the time when viewership of pro golf has been declining, whoa. Grant has spent the last year pulling tons into the camera, so teaching, helping ambassadors. Golf is changing, people engage. People are changing. You're gonna support baby. No, nothing new. No new information. Cool though. Like, nice of them. Obviously, make posts. It's official. Yeah, there's his woods right there. There's Takomo irons. Oh yeah, look at that. What's he playing? The CBs? Yeah, that makes sense. I have a 4-iron CB just behind me. I would grab it for you, but I'm not getting up. Anyways, this makes sense. TaylorMade, it wouldn't make sense to do it. Am I a little shocked they let him just stay on for the top of the bag? I mean, not really. Like, Scotty still plays Titleist wedges, uses the Titleist ball. Like, it's actually not that weird, I think, for like a top end sponsored athlete of these big brands to have split bags. Like, TaylorMade does this all the time, where like, yeah, sure, they have bags where everyone's club is all TaylorMade, but they do a lot of these photos at tour events where like the bags are missing a ton of clubs from certain players because they just like, maybe they have a wood or an iron. Like, Scotty also has a Srixon, I think 4-iron, maybe 3-iron, that he, you know, obviously they exclude his bag when they do these photos. So I think TaylorMade is used to doing this. Grant just happens to be the one YouTuber big enough to allow this to happen. So anyways, guys, that's the news. It's pretty cool for him. It's not going to change much of anything. I mean, we're going to get some probably more giveaways, probably be more in charge of it. Maybe we'll get some more YouTubers sponsored by Takomo. I mean, they've already sponsored a ton of YouTubers, but it's been kind of like, I don't want to say smaller YouTubers, because I guess Brian Bros, that's pretty new. So yeah, I mean, they've already started sponsoring bigger YouTubers. They kind of got Brian Bros, I think, at a good time, because Brian Bros stock has just gone pew, and they've been with Brian Bros for a little bit. So I think they kind of got in early with Brian Bros. I think it might have been harder to get them at this point, but I mean, Grant and Brian Bros, I'm pretty sure, are managed by the same people. So it's why I had that prediction of him becoming an owner in TaylorMade. This series, real quick, just to talk about it. Never really talked about it. Kind of what I expected. First video did better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see this getting 1.5 million views, beating the Phil rematch. Definitely didn't see that happening. And then still 837 and 707. And these are videos that people will find later and will still keep ticking up, because they're not like only relevant to the moment. They're evergreen. People can go through that series, watch it episodically, channel to channel, and the views will keep ticking up. I mean, this is obviously very weird to see now for Grant, a video with less than 500,000 views. The likelihood of that one getting really high is probably pretty low. But listen, I think YouTube golf is moving. I talked about this in my Cole interview I posted yesterday. moving a little bit more towards story. I think it's important that creators focus on having a little bit more story in their content and don't solely post these like big egregious collabs that have been happening, because that is also going to start to get stale and they'll lose their impact. So I think this was a move from Grant to get some more story involved, to get more, you know, I don't want to say engaging content, but like something that people can, yeah, just follow along with and be invested in. So I think this content definitely served its purpose. And it was definitely, I mean, I didn't watch much. I watched like the first episode and then I kept track of like who was winning and stuff. But I think for the people who did watch it, it's just not my kind of golf, but people who did watch it, I think really enjoyed it. And, you know, I like the vlog style stuff. I watched most of the vlog style stuff. It was like so much golf content. I didn't watch it. But anyways, guys, that's it. I wanted to cover the Grant announcement. I'll stop talking now. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Hope everything's looking good for 2025. And what a hot start. I'm sure there's going to be more of these. So I haven't made a news video in a long time, but there hasn't been a ton of news. So I'm sure there'll be more of this to come. So I'll keep covering for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day.